What's the deal with Curtis Yarvin, and has his ties to fascism, Project 2025 and JD Vance gone under the radar? I'm picking up from another post where the Japanese media seem to be doing a better job connecting Yarvin to the MAGA movement, JD Vance, Steve Bannon, Peter Thiel, all the cuddly folks then. I've not heard anything about him, but a quick disturbing read on Wikipedia outlines how dangerous and respected this blogger's philosophies are, and how they are intertwined with the alt-right movement, and Project 2025. I'd like to know more about this loon. How dangerous and influential is he really? Why has he been under the radar? And hopefully start a conversation in the open that might bring some wider lucidity to a key architect behind this march towards autocracy and fascism. Answer: top comment of the thread you mentioned. Curtis Yarvin is a far-right intellectual that wants to end democracy and install what I can only really describe as cyberpunk feudalism. He suggested turning the United States into a patchwork of corporate fiefdoms ruled with absolute impunity by CEOs, as well as putting mandatory ankle monitors on all unemployed and poor people. This sounds like a joke, but I'm serious. JD Vance is not just a fan of him intellectually, but also a personal friend. As someone who has known about Yarvin for several years, it's been really concerning seeing how he could potentially become a Rasputin-like figure in the event of a Trump victory. Beyond this, Yarvin has also spent many years advocating for what sounds eerily like Project 2025. I think part of the reason for why this has gone under the radar of the media is that Yarvin is just so niche that it takes someone who is extremely online like myself to even know about it, and most people in the media do not fit that social profile. But that excuse doesn't really apply anymore, if even the Japanese media is catching on to all this. I know this sounds like it might be hard to explain to politically unplugged people, but we gotta try. If this goes viral, it could kill his support even further. And even beyond that, the American people deserve to know how many threats to democracy there are lurking beneath the public eye. Tell people you know, and spread the word on social media. These people have long been known only on niche corners of the internet. They will wither if we drag them into the light of day. One thing you neglected to mention is that Vance and Yarvin/Moldbug were introduced by Peter Thiel, who is a billionaire Silicon Valley venture capitalist, a massive Republican donor, hired Vance, essentially keeps Yarvin as his pet philosopher, and whose endorsement is a huge part of the reason Vance was selected as VP. Curtis Yarvin isn't just some fringe internet monarchist. His work is backed by one of the biggest sources of Republican cash in the country. When we think about authoritarian right and Project 2025, we need to understand that the people pushing it are people who are joined at the hip with the Republican establishment. They wield tremendous power and have nearly unlimited resources to make their dystopian dreams a reality.